Hi, everyone. Greetings from 2K Sports. And as the NBA season rolls on, GA, what's one of the biggest challenges this time of the schedule?
I'd say maintaining your level. It's so hard to be consistent throughout the season, and it's really about the mental side of the game. It's so tough to stay locked in.
And a look at the starters for the Pistons. They've got Willis, also Bull out there. Porter is out there with Evan Turner. Here's Okeke. A three-pointer, no good. Outside, Porter. Here's Bull. The kick out to Porter. Nice ball movement by Detroit. Just 4 to shoot. Here's Bull. It's hauled in by Bam Adebayo. And so it's Vasquez. He'll bring it up for the Charlotte Hornets. It's a three-point game. Here's the three. And Willis pulls it down.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
Pass to Porter. Goes back up. And Adebayo sends it back.
And that's what you can always count on from Bam. He is ready to turn away any chance at the rim.
Here's Vasquez. And the Hornets miss again. Detroit's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. And talking to Con Kniffel, Greg, he has a burning passion to be great. Just tell him.
Yeah, he gets up before everyone else and goes to work. Some people have called him an old soul, just very mature and disciplined.
Great open look there.
And that's the first bucket of the night. Maybe that will get him going.
The Pistons have gotten only 1 of 6 shots to drop for them to start this game. Pass to Porter. Back to Willis. Pocket 6. The Pistons need to get off a shot here. Porter, no luck. Okeke passes to Vasquez. Looking for Adams. He gets it there. The shot goes in. First shot, first basket.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
That is a quality look. You can't do it much better than that.
And so the timeout here by J.B. Bickerstaff. Coach needs a moment to talk things over. And now a look at the point guards who have been taking matters into their own hands this past month. These are the top scorers at their position. And it's Porter with the ball for the Pistons. Trailing by 2. And play stops. Whistle on what looks to be an illegal swing.
And here's a look at the stats for Bull. Last season's performance for him averaged about 11 points a game, 2 assists and 2 rebounds. And he does a great job of just attacking the glass, really determined to track it down.
Well, he understands his role. He's one of their enforcers, but he also helps them win the battle of possessions.
Kicks it out to Vasquez. Offline with his 3. Now here's Turner. Not a lot of room. Willis, no good. For Charlotte, they've gone 2 of 6 from the field. This one for 3. Connects from three-point range. He's got 6.
And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
And we knew coming into this game, we expected him to be very involved early.
Turner for 3. It's hauled in by Bam Adebayo. Adebayo's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Vasquez surveying the floor. Here's Okeke. From outside, off the mark. Pistons trailed by 5. So, GA, Coach Charles Lee of the Hornets, spending a decade as an NBA assistant coach. He has really paid his dues.
He's had 4 years with the Hawks, 5 in Milwaukee.
part of that title team. Won in Boston as well, another title. So he's been a part of winning, now trying to translate that to Charlotte.
Traps in the trade.
And I like the back and forth here, showing confidence from Reigns.
Yeah, he was so ready to answer that. These teams are just battling.
Now here's Porter, still without a basket, and he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline.
Struggling to get it going out there right now. I think he's pressing just a little bit too much.
2 minutes remaining in the first.
Pass to Vasquez. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Over Porter, and Charlotte again with the bucket.
And boy, did he ever sell the pump fake. Worked to absolute perfection.
And so the timeout here by J.B. Bickerstaff. Coach is going to talk some things over with the team. Might be seeing something to adjust. So a whole new group on the floor now for Charlotte. Then for the Pistons, Thorpe comes in for Willis. And it's Tony Roten in for Terry Porter.
And that's a little lack of fight at the defensive end.
Absolutely. At least on that slam, you're right. That's one way to let a team back in the game.
It looked like a let-up from the team in the lead.
Hart the pass to Jaminski. Boucher with a screen on Turner. Charlotte needs to get a shot. Good on the triple.
Oh, great ball movement there.
1:11 left here in the opening quarter. Here's Roten. Nice ball movement by Detroit. Bowles setting the pick for Turner. Offensive rebound. Thorpe. And Boucher sends it back. At the elbow, Williamson. And the shot's good from Boucher.
Defensively, they've got to pick up the intensity. Hard to win surrendering this high a field goal percentage.
To the inside. Here's Thorpe. The slam dunk by Thorpe.
Well, if you work the ball inside, it is going to pay dividends.
There's 31 seconds left in the first quarter. Pass to Boucher. Williamson kicks to Hart. Jacks up a three. And Bull pulls it down.
And that was almost a block. Still did enough to alter the shot.
He didn't quite get a hand on it, but he did enough to affect the miss.
Three-pointer. And that does it for the first quarter. Hornets lead by 8. We'll be back shortly live from Spectrum Center. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter of action so far. In a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for the Hornets.
Well, they haven't wasted any time getting into a groove from deep, putting up and hitting a healthy amount of three-pointers thus far.
Another highlight for them has been their early ball movement, making quick, decisive passes to set up guys for great looks.
Here are the 5 Detroit has to start the second quarter. Thorpe is out there with Jones. And there's Jackson. And there's Jackson. And it's Moore in at the 2. Hornets leading by 9. Hart outside. There's a good screen from past the arc. Detroit with the rebound. And this is the first time matched up with the Hornets this season.
And although they were the better team last year by overall record, this was a competitive matchup for them.
What a pass right there. Coaches love seeing guys making it easy for their teammates.
To Monk. Score it. His third straight basket in 3 tries.
A point-blank range. That is too easy.
We're about a minute and a half into the second quarter now. Jackson has the open look. And a miss there on the triple. For Charlotte, they've gone 2 or 3 from the field here to open the second quarter. Williamson, the pass to Hart. Monk dishes to Williamson. Pass to Okeke. Shot clock at 6. And Jones sends it back. Right now, let's take a moment here to catch up with Allie LaForce on the sidelines.
Thank you, guys. Well, the NBA keeping an open mind. Commissioner Adam Silver said, quote, "This is the only league that plays 48 minutes. I'm a fan of 10-minute quarters. A 2-hour format is more consistent with modern television habits, but it's such a dramatic change. Something like that would have to be talked about over time." Back over to you guys.
All right, Allie, thank you for the report. And a timeout called by Charles Lee. He's going to have a discussion on the sideline. Greg, you talk about some players passing the eye test. LaMelo is one of those guys.
I mean, everything he does looks so easy with how he moves, and the numbers back up what the eye sees. He raises the level of his team whenever he's on the court.
Buries the long-range jumper. And now just a 4-point Charlotte lead.
Now that's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Yeah, and that's the effectiveness of the two-man game right there.
Charlotte no good that time either. Detroit's gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. Over to the left wing. There's a screen by Willis. Out left to the wing. They get it again. Count it. 8 points for him.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
Marvelous lead pass, and he throws it down.
Go into the rack with energy, and the D afraid to cut him off.
Yeah, got to chalk that one up to some shaky defending.
Well, defensively, you can't allow that in a game this close.
And a wide-open look for Porter. Okeke grabs the miss.
He bailed out the defense because that's an easy look for him.
There's the pick. On the wing, Monk. Over Porter. The shot by Monk is no good. And it's Jones with the ball for the Pistons. 4-point game. They'll be playing host to Miami for the next game. That game is the first and last of their home game. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
Well, he's starting to get into a rhythm now after a rough first quarter.
So for the Pistons, their last game, a win against the Bucks.
I thought they had a solid game plan coming into that one, and then they made good adjustments along the way.
Yeah, that's the kind of performance you're going to try to build on. Now they have to find a way to replicate that success.
And so the timeout here by J.B. Bickerstaff. He's going to take a minute here to get things straightened out. Bull, he's checked in for Detroit. Turner comes in for Terrence Jones. Porter kicks the Bull. Now here's Porter. Scoreless thus far. 6 to shoot. It's stolen by Adams. Inside. And Adebayo gets it to go on the assist from Williamson. Williamson's got 3 assists now in this one. Now here's Porter, guarded by Vasquez. Drills it from outside.
Number 22.
He's got 14. When you think about elite offensive players, Tim, what's one area that can really put them over the top and into a completely different category?
I think it's those guys that have a willingness to move without the basketball. If you have a willingness to run and cut and respace, it's going to create a lot of problems for a defense.
Has that even become more of a thing now as you watch these high-octane space and pace type offenses?
There is no question it's become something that's a priority for teams now. And I also think the ingenuity of these young coaches creates a better flow offensively if you're willing to run without the basketball.
That's terrific. Here's Vasquez following the 3 by Detroit. Looks good, is good. Bucket number 4 from the field. He's taken only 6 shots.
Well, they're winning this game in large part due to how efficient he's been, and it's why they'll continue to go to him.
The 3 kept alive. Bull He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
That was big because they dug a big hole in the first quarter, but starting to show signs of life.
Charlotte moving it around. Fires for 3. That's in. That's his 5th field goal. He's shooting a hot 71%. 5 for 7. Pistons trail by 6. There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock. Porter looking it over. Bowles setting the pick for Porter. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. Vasquez, that's good. And it's an 8-point Hornets lead. 5 seconds left in the first half of the game. Turner for 3. It's good from long range. Turner's got 6.
Every coach in this league loves assisted baskets. It indicates your offense is flowing the way it's supposed to.
And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Hornets ahead. They're up by 5. And we've got more action coming your way after this break.
Without the points they've gotten off the bench, this game wouldn't be as close as it is. Can you count on that in the second half? It's debatable, man.
And moving on, time to check out the... That'll do it for our show.
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. Hornets leading by 5. And Jim, the improvement for the Detroit Pistons key by acquiring veteran floor spacers. You must like that aspect, am I right?
Yeah, I love that, Kevin. The fact that they have a star offensive player and they went out and added guys that can create more space for their best player and also have become a great defensive team.
We've got Vasquez. Adebayo is out there with Adams. And it's Okiki in at the 3. So that's the Hornets 5. Detroit with the ball. After the basket by Charlotte. Outside Turner takes a 3. Okiki grabs the miss.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Here's Vasquez. Bangs home the trifecta. He's got 7.
He just sagged off just enough and no hesitation on his part.
Back to Porter. Six on the shot clock. Willis the pass to Bowles. They're outside. The rebound by Steven Adams. Adams has got 4 rebounds in this game. Down low. Adebayo. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. And the Hornets playoff drought continuing. Greg, their last postseason appearance, 2016.
Yeah, the rebuild grinds on, and last season, their worst record in over a decade. They're hoping these new additions can help.
First one falls for him. And after years of disappointment, the Pistons, Tim, finally seem to have put it together.
And I think the key for them has been blending in the right amount of veteran leadership with their emerging young players. And I'll tell you what, this team still has a lot more upside.
Now here's Porter. He has yet to score, and he's good on the 3 ball.
That's a breakdown defensively. He is far too good of a shooter to leave that wide open.
And right away, they match it with a 3-pointer of their own. 19 points in the game.
That's 3 of 4 here to start the half.
Outside Turner. On the wing, Porter. Outside Willis. Fires the 3. The offensive rebound. Bowles can't hit.
Now, he was bothered just enough to miss that shot. That's good work by the defense.
Just over 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second half. Pass to Vasquez. Puts up a 3. Rebounded by the Pistons. Bowles got 8 rebounds in this game. And here's Porter. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the third quarter. And a timeout called by Charles Lee. Looking for a breather and maybe adjusting a thing or two. Now we'll hear from Allie LaForce, and she's got a story for us. An update. Allie?
Thanks a lot, Kevin. Kobe White becoming an offensive focal point, saying it means a lot that my coaches and my teammates trust me. The only thing that can prepare you for this is going through it. For me to become the player I want to be, I need those moments. It's all part of the learning process and the journey. Guys, back to you.
All right, Allie, as always, we thank you. And so the timeout here by J.B. Bickerstaff. He's going to take this chance to talk to his guys. Making a change here. Jones has checked in. No one had more success at the foul line last season than this group of players. In the third spot, Steven Adams.
He was locked and loaded from the free throw line all season. Never suffered through any real lulls in that department.
Porter with it. Pass to Turner. Bowles setting the pick for Turner. It's Porter outside. Detroit, no good that time either. Hornets leading by 10. Okeke passes to Vasquez. Adams with the screen on Porter. From downtown, Kevin Willis grabs the miss. Willis has got his 7th rebound here tonight. Well, this league has some of the world's best athletes. But Asar Thompson, like his brother Amen, Tim, they're on another level.
Yeah, this guy has a top-tier burst and relentlessness to make things happen. He's already a stopper at the defensive end.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam. Outside Turner. Outside Jones. Outside Willis. No good on the three.
And when you can't get anything to fall, it definitely gets in your head.
If he can just make a couple of buckets, though, this can all be put in his rearview mirror.
Oh, he threw that one down. Adams, one of the fiercest competitors in the league.
Here's Porter. Following the bucket by the Hornets. No one near Turner as he lets it go. Good, and a nice assist from Porter. Porter's got 6 assists in the game. 1:35 left here in the third quarter. Plenty of daylight on that shot. 26 points for him.
And he got loose from the three-point range in the first half and showing signs here that he's still got the flow in the second.
Outside, Porter lets the three fly, and the Pistons another three.
And after being shut out in the first half, he is starting to come to life.
Adams with the screen on Porter. And another three for Charlotte.
The shots are falling, and he is making it look easy.
Pistons trailed by 14. Outside Turner. Back to Porter. Pistons passing it around. Whoops, anticipated the pass. Turnover. Here's Vasquez. Good work defensively by Turner. And it's Porter with the ball for the Detroit Pistons. Pass to Turner. Three-pointer. Hits it from three-point range. Turner's got 6 here in this quarter.
It's been a modest night scoring so far. Maybe that shot will encourage him to get some more looks.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Clock at 6. Vasquez passes to Okiki. No good from outside. Got the defender off his feet with the pump fake, but couldn't knock it down. And so it's Charlotte. Their lead at 11 points to end the quarter. Their shooting has been the big key. Their percentage from the field so far has been terrific. And don't go away. We'll be right back. And a quick look now at the State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Yeah, playing for one another. That's the definition of teamwork.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. On the court for the Pistons, Thorpe is out there with Jackson. Then it's Tony Roten. Then there's Terrence Jones. And it goes down 2 points.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
When someone is rolling like this, just keep feeding him. That's just great coaching.
Now here's Williamson. Kaminsky, good. So, Tim, here's a word you often hear teams talk about, and that's culture. How does an organization create the right culture?
Well, I think, Kevin, you establish core values and then you make those non-negotiable. When everybody connects with that and connects to those values, you really have something special.
Holding on to the rope and pulling in the same direction.
That's what it's all about.
Charlotte leading by 11. On the wing, Monk. They get the rebound. Kaminsky, good. Kaminsky's got 4 points this quarter.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Well, the way this game is going, I'm actually not surprised it was that easy for him.
Roten finds Jones. Defended by Hart. Count the basket. 20 points for him.
Gets one to go. It's been a great personal night for him, but those mean a lot less if you're losing.
And so it's Charles Lee calling timeout. And clearly an important juncture. He's going to have some choice words with his team. Both teams making some changes here. And now, Hallie Laporte says something for us from the sideline.
Over that last break, I got a chance to hear what Charles Lee said to the team. He told his guys to stay after it, to not get complacent and lazy with this lead. He wants them to keep adding to it. We'll see if they're able to do it, guys.
And Hallie, thanks so much. Pass to Okiki. Williamson with a screen for Monk. Charlotte no good that time either. Pistons trail by 11. Here's Peeler. They set the screen. And the 3 off target.
Yeah, so many times we will see shooters of any caliber miss that wide open 3.
Williamson got him with the pump fake, but couldn't finish. The Pistons have gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. Jones, the pass to Peeler. Oh, good with the triple. And here's Monk. He'll bring it up for Charlotte. They've led by as many as 14 points. Around 3 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. To the paint. And the shot is good. The Hornet lead has been cut down to 9 in the bucket from Bull.
Very difficult to stop team play when the ball's moving. Excellent find with the pass to create that scoring opportunity.
There's a screen. And again, the Hornets missing. For Detroit, they've gone 3 of 6 in the field so far in the fourth quarter. Jones, the pass to Peeler. Pass to Bull. Wide open look. And the rebound goes to the Hornets. They'll take on the Thunder at Paycom Center after this one. That'll be just one game played away from home for them. Here's Jaminski. A three-pointer. Good.
What a performance for him on the offensive end. He's been fantastic the entire game.
And timeout called by J.B. Bickerstaff. He has decided it's the right time to talk. And the Pistons making a change here. They've allowed just 7 points here in the fourth quarter. And here's Vasquez. Adebayo with this screen on Turner. Shoots the three. It's good.
Bottom line, you need shooters on your team who can space the floor.
Yeah, that's how you create that spacing, and that will open up a lot of options offensively.
The response triple answers back.
Mano y mano. This is where it can get a little personal.
And within the bigger picture of the game, you have these individual matchups.
2 minutes.
Screen by Adams. Big time jam. He was ready to receive and deliver.
And guys, he saw his chance to earn a little camera time there and took it.
Rocking the rim with some major force.
Well, the defense a little soft around the rim there. That's as easy as it gets.
Oh, good on the layup. Charlotte leading by 14. So when you look at different approaches to player recovery, from load management, say, Tim, to rub some dirt on it and get back in there, where do you stand on all of that?
Well, I do think teams have done a better job of trying to make sure players are protected from themselves and make sure they're getting enough rest. But I also think there are times guys should be allowed to play through certain types of minor injuries.
Charlotte's gone 2 of 5 on three-point shots since the end of the third quarter.
And these are the types of games where one team clearly has the edge. Tonight, it will be a win by a large margin for Charlotte.
You know, a team can have a great shooting night without getting a lot of assists, but tonight they had both.
Yeah, and listen, you only get the assist if the guy you give it to makes the shot. So a lot of assists will up your field goal percentage, but this is a great team effort by everyone.
And every win important, and this one will go down as win number 3. So it's the Pistons now, following the 3 by Charlotte. Porter, and get the 3. And so it's Vasquez. He'll bring it up for Charlotte. 17-point lead, their biggest. So no problem for Charlotte as they get the win. This game may not have been the most exciting we've ever seen, but you have to appreciate just what a clinical performance they put on.
I know their fans appreciated it, and we saw at times just straight.
And a peek into the locker room. Players, hi, and thank for joining us on 2K Sports NBA action. It's coming up. Tonight, we'll see the Utah Jazz as they play against the Atlanta Hawks here at their home, State Farm Arena. I'm Brian Anderson, joined by Hall of Famers Doris Burke and Grant Hill, and the fourth member of our crew, reporter Allie LaForce. So let's take a look at the starters for the Utah Jazz. We've got Jamal Murray, Jason Tatum out there with Goga Bitadze, and it's Malone in at the 4. Mullen, and the three-pointer goes. Doris, when you look at the numbers for both of these teams, you have to be impressed with their assist totals.
Oh, my goodness, yes. No hero ball in this one. These are two groups that are focused on moving the ball and getting as many high percentage looks as they possibly can.
Pass to Mullen. Six to shoot. Perfect night so far, 2 for 2.
I love this approach. Getting him involved early, and it's already paying off.
They know that if this guy goes off, their chances of winning rise exponentially.
Now here's Murray. Three-pointer. Gets the 3 ball to go.
Hey, good to get him going right away. I mean, those are the shots that really boost confidence.
It's all about mindset out of the gate. If you're aggressive and they give you room, go ahead, let it fly.
A nice shot by Mullen.
Both teams are starting to find a rhythm here.
And this is partly what the game has become, right? A matter of dueling three-point opportunities.
Now here's Murray. They set the pick. Pass to Malone. And the ball out of play. The Hawks will have it.
Part of passing the rock, it's calculating risk and reward. I don't think that was a great decision.
Here's Penberthy. And Atlanta hits again from deep.
Wow, their opponent is doing a tremendous job spacing the floor.
Utah's gone 1 of 2 from three-point land so far. Murray passes to Tatum. Outside Murray. Pass to Tatum. Shot clock at 5. Here's Malone. Carroll with the rebound.
Boy, he's definitely covered well there. And we know he can knock down the fadeaway shot. Just didn't fall there.
Here's Penberthy. They set a pick. Fires the 3. Utah with the rebound.
Just their first miss of the night. They've been aggressive, and they've been proficient.
Bitadze with a screen. Murray for 3. Missed it. Now 0 for 1 on this game.
Boy, that's brutal. 1 for 5 to start. You have got to find your footing offensively.
Takes a 3. The shot that time not on target. Jazz trail by 8. Here's Tatum. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
You like the way Tatum can sliver around to get his shot.
For Atlanta, they've gone 4 of 6 in the first quarter. Pass to Mullen. Here's Penberthy. Lets it go from deep. Mullen can't get it to go.
He is just so deadly from out there. You expect that to fall.
Outside Murray. Back to Tatum. Takes the 3. The rebound by Malone. The Hawks lead by 6. Mullen. Pass to Penberthy. Here's Mullen. Fires for 3. And he finishes. That makes him 4 out of 5.
And what's working here, each guy is willing to make the next pass.
And so it's Murray who brings up the ball for the Utah Jazz. Their last game, a win against the Magic, looking to carry it into this one.
Great communication on defense in that one. They worked really well as a unit to frustrate the offense.
You knew they were on a string all night on the defensive end, and it always helps when someone got caught out of position, help was on the way.
Both teams deciding to change it up. Atlanta's gone 4 of 7 from three-point range here in the first. Pass to Van Horn from deep. Jones grabs the board.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
Here's Matthews. He's covered by Curry. Jones misses.
Most defenses want to protect the paint first. Great job there.
Now here's Curry. Here's the three. Oh, clanks that one. He's 0 for 1 to start. Jazz trail by 7. They've been having major problems offensively.
Definitely in a bit of a dry spell.
Inside. On the push. Here comes Atlanta. Van Horn shot is good.
This is intelligent basketball. Forcing a turnover and then immediately starting the fast break.
The Jazz have gone only 3 for 9 from the floor. Going inside. They double him with Curry. And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. Jones, the pass to Matthews. Here's Malone, down to 5 on the shot clock. Utah moving the ball around. Niang. The Jazz again can't hit. And it's Atlanta's ball. They're on a 16-7 run. Outside Curry. Pass to Daniels. They set the pick. Back to Curry. Now Daniels. Oh, it's stolen. It's a one-on-one situation. Utah shooting their first shots of the night from the charity stripe. And he drops the first. He's perfect from the line this time. Here's Adams. Three-pointer. The shot comes out. And we've reached the end of the first quarter. Atlanta on top. They lead by 7. And quarter number 2 will get underway just after this short break. If you're just joining us, we played through 1 quarter in this one. All right, well, a look at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for the Hawks.
Well, they found a groove, and it's from distance, so knocking them down from the three-point land never hurts.
Yeah, they've also been alert and active on the defensive end, creating turnovers and turning those into points on the offensive end.
Taking a look at the Jazz. We've got Jason Tatum, and it's Turner in at the 4 spot. Outside Tatum. Pass to Abrinas. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Matthews. And Klein pulls it down.
That's not a bad shot, but this isn't really his shot.
Oh, got that one up quick. Daniels has gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Outside Tatum. Here's Matthews. He's scoreless. Over Curry. Matthews misses.
Boy, that mid-range area, he just didn't look comfortable, let's be honest.
To the paint. Ripped it away. All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Thanks, guys. The Utah Jazz are going young, but this is a franchise that has a winning history, and that culture is still around. Coach Will Hardy said, the messaging doesn't change. The players have bought into the little things that takes to win. This is a cohesive group that's committed to helping each other. Guys, back to you.
Building the right way. Thanks a lot, Allie.
Oh, beautiful pass. My goodness.
Doris, while he's selective about it, Yusuf Nurkic has added a three-pointer to his game.
I think if you're a big in the modern NBA, you understand that your game is always about adapting to what's next. And listen, you have to be selective if you're just adding this element, but Yusuf Nurkic trying to evolve.
He takes it in from 9 feet out. No good. A bit long that time. Jazz trail by 11. All right, for those just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second. Five to shoot. Oh, he gets it to fall, and that makes it just a single-digit deficit.
Impressive. I mean, challenging at the rim against length. You just have to love the aggressiveness.
You have got to believe that you can score against size on the interior. How about the aggressive, assertive move there?
And so the timeout by Quinn Snyder here. I think right now he might be looking at some adjustments. So both teams making some changes here. All right, a moment now to bring up last season's top rebounding teams. Fourth, the Jazz.
And they, of course, have a style of play that is all about physicality. I mean, they love to embrace the contact out on the court, but the possession game for them is always pivotal.
Jazz trail by 9. Here's Abrinas. Yet to see a basket. And here's Batase. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. More teams are playing 5 out now, boys. So if you're coaching, is that a system you'd run?
It is, B.A., because so many players come into the league highly skilled. If you are a 3-tool player, meaning you can shoot it, deck it, and pass it, and you've got 5 guys like that, look out. It is so hard to guard.
All right, the Jazz making a change here. Murray's checked in.
I know that he has the ability and confidence to sink that shot, but better luck next time, maybe.
And for most guys, I think you only want to take that shot if you hit a few in a row. That is absolutely a heat check.
Now here's Tatum. He had an 18-point outing in their last game against Orlando.
He's a go-to guy for them because he's that consistent. Time and time again, he delivers.
Here's Penberthy. 6-point game. Pass to Mullen to win the drought. And Atlanta misses again.
Bad defense, bad shot. Neither working on that play.
Tatum passes to Murray. And here's Batase. The 3 is up. Yes. And it's Murray picking up the assist. Murray's got 3 assists tonight.
They didn't do themselves any favors with their shooting in the first quarter, but they're starting to pick it up now.
Here's Penberthy. No points yet. Tried to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Oh, what a performance offensively.
They're really rolling at that end. Excellent game plan.
Pass to Batase. Fires the 3. Unable to get that one.
Boy, not much defensive pressure on that 3, but he still couldn't make it.
Here's Mullen. 14 points for him. And Atlanta misses again.
Listen, let's not put it lightly. This guy has really struggled here.
1:56 left in the second quarter. The Hawks lead by 3. Pass to Penberthy. On target from range. He's got 6.
And an excellent job distributing the ball tonight. You can really see his feel for the game.
And that's been his role pretty much from the opening tip. Get the ball to guys where they can score it.
And so Will Hardy calls a timeout. Coach probably just checking to make sure everybody's on the same page here. Both teams changing it up here. A minute 29 left in the second period. Intercepted. Here's Sprewell. Puts up a 3. He drops it from range. And now it's a 9-point Hawks lead.
Defensive mix-up there. He's the last guy you want to leave open.
Murray scanning the floor. Launches a three. A nice shot by Abrinas. Abrinas has gotten himself on the board with a three there.
They've got some ground to make up, and shooting the three ball more consistently, like they are now, should help them do it.
On the take, here's Sprewell. Pass to Carroll. From deep three-point land. Rebounded by the Jazz. Malone's got 6 rebounds now in the game. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. The rebound by Malone. Malone's got his 6th rebound on the night. Here's Penberthy. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. Pass to Carroll. There's the triple. And so it's Atlanta leading by 6 as we wrap up the quarter. 3 points is better than 2. They built this lead by tacking on that extra point at the end of possession. Okay, Allie, appreciate it. And folks, we'll be back after halftime to begin the third quarter.
Facing good shooters, you have to extend your defense early in the clock. Let those guys drain a few and get into rhythm. You're toast.
Now let's take a moment. Appreciate you joining us.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during halftime. The Hawks lead by 6. And it's Mullen in at the 2 guard. That's the 5 to begin the second half for Quinn Snyder. Let's go with a 3. Utah grabs the miss. They've got the Rockets ahead of them next in Houston. That'll wrap up this short 2-game road trip.
How about the confidence from this young gun? Jason Tatum's length is tough to deal with inside, guys.
2 shots. Foul. Elbow. 2.
Utah shooting their 5th and 6th free throw attempts tonight.
2 shots.
Shooting 2.
And he knocks down the first one.
Boy, if you think about everything Jason Tatum does for his team, it's at a high level. And he doesn't ever get the full recognition he deserves. This guy is the very definition of franchise player.
Mullen. And it's all from three-point range. Jazz trail by 5. Tatum passes to Malone. Outside Murray. Pass to Batase. This one for 3. It's hauled in by Mullen. Atlanta's gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the third. They set the screen. And Atlanta misses again.
0 for 3 to start the second half. You've got to start finding your footing here.
Pass to Tatum. Beyond the arc. The rebound by Atlanta. 13 points was their biggest lead of the game. Out to the wing. And we're just about a minute and a half into the third quarter of basketball. Mullen can't get it to go.
Boy, yet another missed opportunity here. Whatever they talked about at halftime, it's not working.
Outside Tatum. Pass to Malone. Shot clock at 6. To the wing, right side. Puts it up from 17. The rebound by Atlanta. Malone's got his 8th rebound here tonight. From outside the arc. The rebound by Malone. Malone's got his 8th rebound here tonight.
Just imagine if he was shooting better. The lead would be even bigger.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Hey, Jalen Johnson, great in the two-man game, and he talks about how he operates off the pocket pass. He said, quote, "It's simple. You got to read before the catch. Point 5, quick decisions. Just how quarterbacks have progressions with receivers, I have progressions in the pocket, and I read those." Guys, back to you.
Okay, Allie, thanks a lot. Pass to Murray. Here's Malone. And he tries it off the glass, but it's no good.
Boy, this has not been his night. The effort's certainly there, but he looks disjointed.
Defended by Murray. Here's Penberthy. Sinks the tray. And now it's a 10-point Hawks lead.
The assist numbers certainly stand out. They've really emphasized ball movement here today.
And so Will Hardy calls the timeout. And we might see some changes. Coach potentially looking to adjust. Outside Murray. For 3. The Jazz again can't hit. Atlanta leading by 10. Here's Penberthy. Here's Mullen. Three-pointer off the mark.
Yeah, just a little off his game this quarter. He's trying to work his way into a rhythm.
Murray passes to Malone. From the high post. Here's Batase, and he battles for the ball, gets the second chance bucket. Batase's got his third basket on the night right there.
This is how you make an impact on the offensive glass. Bring that intensity.
And so the timeout by Quinn Snyder here. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy. It's the 2K leaderboard showing the teams with the most points off turnovers last season. 5th on the list, the Hawks.
And whenever you turn the ball over against them, they pushed it right back at you. Last year, they were just merciless at exploiting teams whenever they made mistakes against them.
Pass to Mullen. Good ball movement here by Atlanta. Here's Malone. 6 on the shot clock. Mullen, pass to Malone. 4-3. It's rebounded by Batase. Batase's got 6 rebounds in the game.
In the first half, he was on fire from range, but he hasn't knocked one down since.
On up the court. And that one is stuffed right through.
And that's all the result of some good defensive awareness.
And so it's Atlanta with it. Since halftime, they've only allowed 5 points. Well, they've got the Bulls ahead of them next in Chicago. It's a quick turnaround on the road. Just one game. Pass to Mullen. Clock at 6. Here's Penberthy. The 3. Utah with the rebound. Malone's got 9 rebounds in the game. Boy, he's getting it done. Now here's Murray. We've got 1:28 left in the third. Here's the pick. From downtown, the rebound by Atlanta. Malone's got rebound number 11. Here's Mullen. 16 points for him. Good on the shot.
Defensively, you can't afford to get stuck on the pick.
You know exactly what that takes. It takes energy, it takes activity, it takes intensity.
And so Will Hardy calls the timeout. He's going to talk it over with his guys. A line change here for Utah.
Oh, yeah, that'll do it.
Wow, an emphatic two-handed slam. Curry surveys. Pass to Daniels. And the Hawks tack on 2 more. 36 seconds left in the third. Here's Bender. Jones sets a screen. Off target from outside. Atlanta leading by 8. Here's Van Horn to the left side wing. Carroll pass to Daniels. Pass to Van Horn. Daniels outside. Outside Curry. Fires from deep. He can't get it to go. And so it's Atlanta up by a healthy 8 points at the end of the period. Quinn Snyder with some words for his players.
Let's just keep playing with the same intensity.
With 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this fourth period holds in store. So the Utah 5 right now. They've got Damian Jones, and it's Abrinas in at the 2 spot.
Woo! BA, that's lit. Ferocious all the way. Man, that was good.
Here's Van Horn. The 3-pointer off the mark.
I'll tell you, this is not a game he'll want to individually remember, but they are positioned to close this thing out.
Pass to Turner. Here's Matthews. It's stolen. To the middle. Daniels outside. The 3. The rebound by Abrinas. Jazz trail by 6. Pass to Matthews. And we played through about a minute here in the fourth. Turner, no good.
Well, despite the miss, obviously the shot this offense looking to generate is exactly that.
Daniels passes to Mullen. Back to Daniels. Just 5 to shoot. The Hawks need to get one up here. The 3-ball. Oh, the Hawks again cannot hit it. The Jazz shooting right at 35%. Not getting what they want out there. Nice shot by Turner.
And another great assist. The offense is really clicking now.
And so it's Quinn Snyder here calling timeout. He wants their game plan to be crystal clear at this point. Making substitutions here. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Well, Quinn Snyder had some words for his team over the break. He cautioned his guys against forcing things at the arc, saying we can't make a rhythm happen. So don't force it. Take what is coming to you out there. Coach hoping for a renewed offensive focus going forward, guys.
As always, Allie, we thank you. Tatum with a steal. Here's Abrinas. Pass to Malone. Utah moving the ball around. And here's Turner. Now Tatum. There's a screen. 4 on the clock. Fires it from 18. The rebound by Atlanta. 13 points was their biggest lead of the game. Mullen pass to Sprewell. We're in the fourth quarter here. Just under 2.5 minutes gone by. They still need this. Offensive rebound. Pass to Malone. Here's Sprewell. Atlanta misses again.
He expects to make every one of those, and we expect him to make them too.
Jacks up a three. The rebound by Malone. Malone's got rebound number 13 for him here tonight. Here's Mullen. Perfection. Beautiful stroke. Mullen's got 20.
Coaches love assisted buckets, boy. It just means the team is working well together.
And so Will Hardy calls for the timeout. He's decided it's time to clarify the situation, leaving little room for error. Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We played about 3.5 minutes into the fourth quarter here. Outside Tatum, outside Murray. 5 on the clock. The rebound by Atlanta. Carroll's got 7 rebounds in the game. Mullen, pass to Penberthy. From behind the arc, fires in the triple. And it's a 9-point Atlanta lead.
His three-point shot looks so pure. The defense allowing him to get comfortable out there.
And there's a pick. Murray. Murray makes it look easy at the rim.
They just look so overwhelmed inside. You know, that's why they continue to get attacked.
Here's Penberthy. And he nails it.
They are unconscious from outside. And so far, the defense has had no answer.
Well, that's the whole point, isn't it? If you space the floor well enough, it's almost impossible for the defense to account for everyone.
Beyond the arc. Oh, the shot is off.
Boy, when you're trying to make up ground, every shot counts. You have got to be selective.
Here's Malone. From deep. It's good from beyond the arc.
And they're refusing to take a break, even with a nice lead. They just continue to attack. You have to love it.
And that, to me, is a sign of excellent coaching. There's an attention to detail. There is valuing of every possession.
Murray inside. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. They've got time on their side here, Grant.
And if they're smart, they'll milk the clock a little.
Hounded by Tatum. Here's Malone.
And that's a strong closeout defensively. Great effort to deter the shot. Well, with a comeback out of range, we can put a bow on this one. Good performance for the Hawks.
You know, their ability to protect the ball helped win it for them.
Yeah, it really did. Less turnovers mean you can get more chances to score. All coaches tell you to value every possession.
And they'll chalk this up as their 3rd win of the year. 29 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Picked it out of midair. Batase down low. And there's the rejection. So we see the Hawks taking the W here. This one was a fun one to watch. They were clearly in the driver's seat down the stretch.
They really were, B.A.
Oh, say does.
Breaking this a fun time of year, mid-season basketball, from award races to juggling playoff pictures. It's terrific.
Yeah, you really get to see things taking shape. I like watching teams rise up and make the unexpected run. Makes the league so much more interesting.
So a look at our starters for the Knicks. Jackson Hayes is out there with Hachimura. Then there's Peyton. Then it's Joe Dumars. For three, unable to get that one. And so it's Daniels who brings up the ball for the Timberwolves. It's a three-point game. Beyond the arc. It's rebounded by Hayes. And here is Peyton outside Dumars. Pass to Hayes. Hachimura with a screen on Washington. Shot clock at 5. And Hayes kicks to Dumars. A rebound by the Timberwolves. First chance of the season for them to go up against this Knicks team. Washington passes to Benjamin. Outside Daniel. Buries it from three-point range. He's got 6.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
So Anthony Edwards, the Timberwolves franchise player. GA, how good do you think he can be?
Well, some were ready to anoint him the new face of the league. But if they're to win the franchise's first title, there's another level he's got to reach. Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
There's the triple. And again, Minnesota with the triple.
Well, they've started this game strong offensively. 3 out of their first 4 attempts.
If you're just tuning in, we played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. He's covered by Washington. They set the pick. Here's Dumars. Offline from the top of the key.
The shot's there for him, and he's got to take it. I don't care if he doesn't convert. That's a shot he has to continue to take.
Launches from deep. An absolute bomb from three-point range.
And you can tell he's looking for his shot. He just believes in it.
Well, yeah, and the defense is going to have to respond to that and chase him off the arc.
And so Mike Brown calls a timeout. This now will give him a chance to discuss some potential changes. Take a look at the number of second chance points these teams have had over the last month. These guys never give up on a possession. The Knicks 4th.
And they've really put an emphasis on offensive rebounding. And guys, it's paying off. The second chance points are coming in bunches.
Here's Hachimura. Pass to Dumars. 6 to shoot. Fires top of the key. And And the Knicks miss again.
Yeah, loose coverage by the defense, but he just couldn't make them pay.
Here's Greenwood. He's covered by Hachimura. Greenwood the pass to Benjamin. And it's blocked. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. A sensational block that definitely deserves another look.
And right out of the gate, trying to set the tone defensively, you gotta love that energy.
Knicks trail by 9. Now, Stan, there's a lot to like about the versatile game of Jeremy Sochan.
Well, look, Kevin, Jeremy Sochan is a guy that everybody's going to want. Jeremy Sochan can fit in anywhere. He's a great defender. He's got great toughness. He rebounds the ball, and he can pass and handle for a big guy. Who wouldn't want Jeremy Sochan?
Here's Payton following the 3 by Minnesota. Out to the right wing. Hachimura finds Payton. On the wing, Payton. And no good. The dry spell continuing for him. And let's go to the sideline. Here's Allen.
Hey, guys. Well, this Knicks team has grit. Jalen Brunson said, quote, no matter what the situation is, we are going to attack it. No matter who's in front of us, we are going to grind. Back to you guys.
No quit. All right, Allie, we thank you very much. And so Mike Brown calls the timeout. Coach is going to take a few minutes to regroup and go over the strategy.
Check out the stats for Daniel, how he performed last season. He was around 12 points a game, 4 assists, and 3 rebounds. And most of all, you have to love the defensive grit he brings to games when he comes off the bench.
Yeah, I love having options like him off the bench. Guys who bring effort. They can change the attitude of a team.
Now, here's Payton. Nothing on the board. No one covering.
Now that's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it to disrupt the offense. Coaches notice that extra effort.
Here's Daniels. They lead by 11. The Timberwolves working the ball around them. And stolen by Payton. The kick out to Dumars. Pass to Hachimura. Payton outside. Fires the 3. And again, New York with the triple. .139 left to play here in the first. Payton against Daniel. Benjamin covered by Hayes. 4 on the clock. For the 3. That one's off. He's now 1 for 2.
Looking to answer the 3 from the other end. Maybe too eager there.
And GA, you started your career with the Knicks. What memories do you have from your time in New York?
Well, after winning a championship in college, it was great to play for a team in the NBA that had similar aspirations. So many great veterans to learn from and a Hall of Fame coach.
And timeout called by Chris Finch. He's going to take a few moments here to check in with his team and regroup. lineup here for the Timberwolves. A different look for New York. Timberwolves leading by 6. Pass to Alexander Walker. And here is Billups. Latrey. Zeller grabs the board. Outside, Davis. Here's Pinckney. Outside, Davis. Now, here's Brown. They get it back, and Zeller kicks to Burke. Zeller setting the pick for Burke. It's hauled in by Brown.
Well, he's going to have some explaining to do on the sideline about why he took that shot.
Yeah, you know, back in the day, you'd be taking a seat. Now, unfortunately, it seems like we see too many ill-advised shots.
Just 5 on the clock. Phillips passes to Isaac. Shoots over Brown. And he can't stop this drought. Another miss. And so it's Minnesota with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. Their defense has been active. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And what do you guys think about Minnesota here in this one?
Stingy on the defensive end in that first quarter. They were just getting up into people.
Yeah, but it's hard to keep that kind of intensity for the entire game. But if they can come close to that, they'll be in a great spot.
On the court for the Knicks, they've got Chang. On out there with Zeller. Then it's Drew, and it's Davis at the 2. Brown finds Ellis. And it's Alexander Walker in the corner. Ellis, the pass to Alexander Walker. Misses the 3. And here's Brown. He'll bring it up for New York. They trail by 3. And someone, Stan, who fought his way into the NBA, Jose Alvarado, played his way onto a roster and has played well.
Oh, he has really played well, Kevin. And Jose Alvarado is as big a passer and plays as hard as anyone in this league and is so committed to it. If you're going to be Jose Alvarado and do what he does, you got to do it every single night to be effective, and he does.
Looking at who's out there now for the Timberwolves. Mahorn checked in for Brown. Davis is subbed in for Ellis. And it's slammed in by Davis.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. Outside, Davis. It's good. The assist that time from Burke. Davis has got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Outside, Davis. Back to Billups. That'll be Minnesota as it goes out of bounds. Timberwolves will take possession. And how about we check the numbers for him? Daniels finds Washington. Shot clock at 6. The Timberwolves need to get a shot off here. Brown inside the line. It's rebounded by New York. They defeated Indiana in their last game.
And that one was all about offensive execution, running your plays, picking your spots.
Yeah, and you know, coaches honestly wouldn't have as much to do if guys shot like that every night. Peyton, good. You can't give a shooter that kind of look on the perimeter. I don't care who it is.
Minnesota's gone 5-9 when they put up a 3-point shot tonight. To the left wing. He's covered by Brown. Phillips inside the line. The Timberwolves again can't hit. The Knicks with the lead. And man, is this team on a roll right now offensively, Greg. So fun to watch.
They're playing with so much confidence, which is why they're tearing it up on this end.
He's covered by Brown. Back to Billups. And GA, you know, some people argue that defense has declined in recent years. Would you agree?
I think mostly it's just harder to defend in today's game. You have to cover so much more ground, and with the lack of physicality, it just makes it more challenging.
Right now, let's take a second to catch up with Allie LaForce on the sideline.
Hey, thanks a lot, guys. Mikal Bridges is very comfortable with his mid-range and in-between game. He said when it comes to the basketball court, it's not just the rims and the threes. You have the rest of the court, too. Now, not everyone is effective with those middle-distance shots, but Mikal always has been. Guys, back to you.
Oh, yeah, he can knock them down. Thanks a lot, Allie. Greenwood's checked in for Minnesota. Isaac comes in for Chauncey Billups. And the Knicks making a change here as well. Hayes is checked in. The three-pointer is right on target. 17 points in the game.
And even after all those three-pointers he hit in that first quarter, it looks like the D still didn't learn its lesson as they've left him open for another one.
Drills the three-pointer.
All these threes they're giving up have really been the driving force on this run.
Isaac a screen on Peyton. To the wing on the left. Unloads. Count that as his 7th field goal, 9 tries. He's shooting 78%.
Well, over the course of the night, he's been taking shots he's comfortable with, and it's working.
He's covered by Isaac. New York moving the ball around. The kick out to Brown. Launches it. Greenwood grabs the board.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
Over in the corner, Isaac. He's covered by Brown. Isaac a screen on Brown. And Isaac throws it down.
Those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
And, guys, you cannot allow that in a close game. You have to make it harder than that.
Out to the wing. Fires from deep. A rebound by the Timberwolves. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Nuggets.
Yeah, I mean, on the road, tough environment. They were right there, but just missed some key shots.
Yeah, they had their chances and put up a fight, but it's so hard to win close games on the road.
And so it looks like the Timberwolves will retain possession here. Hachimura is checked in for Brown. A minute 20 left here in the second. Pocket 2. He nails it. And we're tied up. He's got 21.
And boy, did he ever sell the pump fake. Worked to absolute perfection.
The Knicks have gone 6 of 8 from the field in the second quarter. Outside Dumars. Hachimura the screen. To the left side wing. New York, no good that time either. Minnesota's gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. Daniels with the bounce pass. Pass to Greenwood. And he banks in the layup. And the Timberwolves lead by 2.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Up top, Hachimura. And good that time. Hachimura's got the game tied up here for the Knicks.
Unselfish basketball. That's what coaches love to see.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Covered by Dumars. Lays it up off the glass.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
And that'll do it for the first half of competitive games so far. Timberwolves ahead as they end the second quarter with a 13-5 run. And join us right back here after the break for the start of the second half.
I think for the Timberwolves, This hasn't been the dominant season they were hoping for. They've let a number of winnable games slip away, but do not sleep on.
And guys, let's talk now about that first half of Minnesota there in a tight.
Well,
and that concludes.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. And here's Payton. He'll bring it up for New York. A 2-point game. The big men on the floor for him, Randall and Gobert. Then there's P.J. Washington. Then there's Antonio Daniels. So that's the lineup for Minnesota. Hachimura, no good. Minnesota's gone 6 of 11 when they've taken the three-point shot tonight. Very respectable. Instead, the head coach, Chris Finch, bringing a culture of accountability to this Timberwolves team.
Yeah, Chris Finch challenges every player, Kevin, top to bottom. No sugarcoating Coach Finch's message, but at the same time, getting that buy-in that a coach has to have.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
Trying to answer back, but that three is off the mark. New York shooting well, 50% from the floor. Payton with the screen. He's covered by Washington from down low. And he tries off the glass, but it's no good. Minnesota's gone downtown 13 times in this game, and they're just over 50%. 7 of 13 on threes. Shoots the three. Good on the three-point shot. He's got 29 points.
And when they've gone to him, he has come through big time. You got to keep getting him touches.
And so Mike Brown calls a timeout. He's going to make some adjustments to the game plan. Look now at the best rebounders from the point guard position over the past month. And you look at Payton, third in rebounding, and what a physical presence inside.
And it may not be the first thing you think about, but if you look at a lot of the all-time great point guards, their rebounding, that nose for the basketball is a big part of their game.
Yeah, and it speaks to how well-rounded a lot of today's point guards are. It's not just about orchestrating, it's about doing the dirty work, too.
Launches a three. Good, and it's Dumars picking up the assist. Dumars got 4 assists in the game.
The defense gave him a little space, and he took advantage.
Pass to Greenwood. Stolen by Dumars. A little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the third. No luck that time in the shot that would have put them on top. Here's Washington. Hachimura grabs the miss. Knicks have gone 2 of 5 shooting here in the third quarter. Picked them clean. Daniels with it. Now Payton defending. Ball's knocked loose and stolen by Payton. They swipe it to the middle. It's stolen by Hachimura. And a fast break now for the Knicks. It's good. This game is all even.
Playing with high energy, outworking the defense up the floor.
Yeah, the commitment to run is paying great dividends on the break.
Shot from the wing. Good as the jump shot falls. He has 31.
Well, he's been nothing short of fantastic this game, and he has his team in a great spot as this thing winds down.
Outside Dumars for the lead. Greenwood grabs the board. Greenwood's got his 7th rebound here tonight. got 3 off the mark. The Knicks have gone 3 of 7 on field goal attempts here in the second half. Takes the 3. Here's Hayes. And a good offensive board. And he gets the bucket. Hayes has got it all tied up now for New York.
And the D getting outworked there on the putback. Can't let that happen.
Timeout. And I can tell you from experience, these are the types of things that drive coaches crazy.
And timeout called by Chris Finch. He made the decision to huddle up with his guys and talk about strategy. Timberwolves making a change here. Phillips is checked in. Jaylen Brown's checked in for the Knicks. So it's Minnesota now. They've led by as many as 14 points. Outside Daniel. Over Dumars. Benjamin. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. And the Timberwolves lead by 2.
And folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
Hachimura with a screen on Daniel. To the left wing. And a wide open look for Hachimura. Good, and it's Dumars picking up the assist. Dumars got 5 assists in the game. Minnesota's gone into the three-point range 4 times since halftime and buried 2 of them. Phillips against Payton. Benjamin uses the glass to finish the layup.
They didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time.
So Coach Van Gundy, after 4 Defensive Player of the Year awards, his last coming in 2024, do you think Rudy Gobert has a chance at another?
Well, look, Kevin, I think Rudy continues to play at just as high a level defensively. But now as the game has changed, I think we're starting to reward guys with those awards who can not only protect the rim and make it tough on teams, but can go out on the perimeter and guard multiple positions. So I think it'll be tough for him to get a fit.
Really, the right play defensively. If you can't block, force him to the line.
Minnesota shooting their initial free throws of the game right here.
2.
The first one falls. Some changes for Minnesota. Ellis is checked in for P.J. Washington. And Nickeil Alexander-Walker in for Antonio Daniels. The Knicks also changing it up. Zeller, he's checked in for Hayes. Davis comes in for Joe Dumars. And it's Burke in for Gary Payton. And he makes both free throws. Knicks trail by 4. Inside. It's intercepted. Left side, Billups. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. It's stolen by Brown. And here comes Brown, leading the fast break. Greenwood grabs the board. Greenwood's got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done. Ellis outside. They set the pick. Billups inside the line. The putback. And 2 shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot. The Timberwolves shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game.
At the line for Minnesota. Taking 2 shots.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
First free throw is good. And a 4-time Defensive Player of the Year, Rudy Gobert is improving his perimeter defense as well, Greg. It's helped his overall game.
Yeah, teams have looked to pull him outside and test his lateral quickness. But I tell you, he holds up better than you think, and we know his presence at the rim.
Knicks trail by 5. Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Davis, the pass to Zeller. Back to Davis. Pass to Burke. 5 on the clock. Zeller setting the pick for Burke. New York, no good that time either. Here's Alexander. Oh, he hits the buzzer beater.
And now they are firing on all cylinders. That shot puts 3 more onto their lead as we head to the 4th.
And that's going to do it for the 3rd quarter. The Timberwolves on top, ending the 3rd quarter on a 12-4 run. We're going to step aside for just a second, but join us right back here for the start of the 4th quarter next. And let's take this opportunity now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Yeah, that's high-level playmaking. He makes it look easy, but it's not.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this 4th and final quarter. And New York looking at who they've got. Davis is out there with Burke. Then it's Zeller. Then there's Brown. Knicks trail by 8. Down low. Here's Zeller. Terrific assist. A nice finish. Solid play all around.
And guys, all about hard work from this point on. They've worked hard to create that high-quality shot and then able to knock it down.
Back to Billups. Ellis with a screen on Davis. No good from outside. And so Brown will bring it up for the New York Knicks. 4th quarter of basketball. We're about a minute into it. It's stolen by Brown. And stolen by Zeller. Over to the left wing. The 3. Rebounded by Ellis.
Yeah, and you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Here's Billups. And once again off the mark by Minnesota.
Even though it hasn't been his best game, they're still up, and that's what's important.
Back to Davis. Zeller setting the pick for Davis. Pass to Burke from outside the arc. New York, no good that time either.
Definitely a situation you want to make sure you don't give him too good of a look.
And the officials have called the illegal screen right there.
Yeah, they've gotten careless, Kevin, no doubt about it, with their turnovers in the second half.
And some changes here for the Timberwolves. Mahorn comes in for Brown. And it's Greenwood in for Ellis. Jackson Hayes, he's checked in for New York. And so it's Mike Brown here calling timeout. There was no hesitating. He wants to talk to the team right now. Isaac's checked in for Nickeil Alexander-Walker. We're now joined by our sideline reporter, Allie LaForce. Allie, it's all yours.
Mike Brown was just reviewing the plan with his team. He applauded their shooting and their shot selection, saying, "We're taking the right threes, not forcing anything. Keep doing that, and they'll continue to fall." Makes the game easy, doesn't it?
Great work as always, Allie. Thank you. Hits the three-point bomb. 25 points in the game.
Look, in that first half, he was hot from beyond the arc. And that's now his second in this half.
He's covered by Brown. Back to Isaac. Clock at 6. Another miss, and they desperately need a bucket. Knicks trail by 3. Fourth quarter keeps moving right along. 3 minutes strong so far. That shot off.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
Back to Phillips. Pass to Greenwood. Knicks with the rebound. Hayes has got his 5th rebound right now in the game. To the paint. And out of bounds as the Timberwolves gain possession. Here's a look at what's coming up for New York. On Friday, they'll head back home to host the Phoenix Suns. And then on Friday, it'll be the Detroit Pistons coming into town.
And that game against Milwaukee, that's one that I'm particularly curious about. Should be a fun matchup with the rosters those teams have.
Looking at who's out there now for the Knicks. Hachimura is checked in for Cody Zeller. Dumars comes in for Brown. And Gary Payton has subbed in for Davis. Lets it go from deep. Hands it from downtown.
What an exhibition he's putting on today. This is about as hot as you can get.
Outside Dumars. A 3-ball. Trains it from beyond the arc.
Matching baskets from the perimeter, an earmark of today's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
Daniels fires. What a response. Hitting a 3 of their own.
And that pick takes the D totally out of the equation.
Yeah, you've got to lock and trail hard. You can't allow him a clean look.
Let's lose a 3. Can't get it to go.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Here's Greenwood. Covered by Dumars. Launches it. It's off target. Knicks trail by 6. Here's Hachimura.
Confident and composed on the three-point shot at a critical juncture.
And so Chris Finch calls for the timeout. And that timeout by Coach was carefully measured, wanting to make sure that everybody is on the same page here. Covered by Dumars. From 15 feet away, and it doesn't go.
Well, that's a miss you can live with. I expect they'll go through it again, especially if the defense continues to concede it.
Yeah, that goes in.
And that's about the worst defense I can imagine a team playing coming down the stretch.
Yeah, there's no excuse for giving that up. That's the absolute last thing you want to have.
Daniels against Payton. Washington's outside. Here's Greenwood.
Had a foul to give there, but you'd rather not have it cost your team points.
First team foul. At the line for Minnesota. 2 shots.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And that hurts as he doesn't get the first one to fall. Trying to focus now on the second. And the second of two is good. That will put them up by 2.
And really, if not for the miss, they'd be sitting in a much better position.
And Mike Brown decides to call timeout. Pivotal moment in this game. He's not taking any chances. He'll call time. With a screen on Washington. Can't tie it up as that one goes astray. There's 31 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Five to shoot. Strong move off the glass.
That is world class.
Yeah, and I can say from experience, his coach just breathed a huge sigh of relief.
Time call here. The Knicks decide to talk it over. There's 18 seconds left in the game. What do you think coach's focus is going to be here?
Looking for a quick shot, trying to extend the game.
Yeah, and then they have to foul quickly and hope for some misses at the line.
And again for 3. Buries his 10th triple of the game.
Unbelievable.
And that's an intentional foul.
Yeah, you have to do that, though. You can't just let him dribble the game.
Good on the first, and that will put them up by 2. Second one is good. Hitting both at the line, and it's a 3-point game.
Those were pressure-packed free throws, and he looked as cool as he could be. So big to give them that 3-point lead.
And there's the intentional foul. No choice but to stop the clock here. So the first one drops, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 5-point game.
Hey, talk about a cool customer. Icing this one with some clutch free throws.
Just a great hustle play there. Energy and passion. This is what you play the game for.
And we got a timeout called from Chris Finch. And he knows there's no room for mistakes. He wants everyone on the same page. And an intentional foul there stops the clock. It's the first, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. And he is unable to get the second one. That one goes. And so it's the Timberwolves who come out on top here. That was a fun night of basketball. Great job. Thanks for that, Alan. And that about wraps it up for Greg Anthony.
rebound. Halfway through the season, Grant, which half of the season went quicker for you, the first or the second?
You know, B.A., after all the anticipation, the first half just goes by in a hurry. And the second half, you are in a rhythm, so the games can blend into one. So, I'm going to be a politician. The answer is both.
Now let's take a look at the Rockets' opening lineup. They've got DeAndre Hunter, Kobe White out there with Tyler Hero, and it's Fall in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Now here's Murray. Here's Robertson. Off target with the three. Outside White. Hunter, a screen on Murray. White for three. Here's Fall. And it's good. Fought through contact. Hit the shot and will go to the line. Houston shooting their first free throw tonight.
First team foul. At the line for the Rockets, Taco Fall. One shot.
And the free throw, no good. All right, guys, we're lucky to have Shams Charania joining us now. Our 2K insider calling in with a story. What do you got, Shams?
Well, we saw a transformation with Luka over the summer as he committed himself to getting in the best shape of his life. And a much leaner Luka started showing up in late July, shortly after he recruited Marcus Smart to the Lakers. No doubt about it, guys. Luka has something to prove this season in a big way.
Making the commitment. All right, Shams, appreciate the report. Houston has gone 1 of 2 from three-point land so far. White looking it over. The jump hook, and he comes up with a bucket. Fall's got his second basket. First quarter, just over a minute and a half in. And here's Murray. They need this. Hits a three-pointer.
Murray is capable of getting double-digit assists anytime he's on the floor because he is an unselfish point guard.
Hero outside. Here's Fall. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Fall's got 6 points.
That'll drive your coach crazy, failing to box out.
Yeah, you think you got to stop, and it's wasted because of sloppy work on the glass. You literally practice that every day.
1 of 5 to start the game. They have to slow down and just play their brand of basketball.
Outside White. Unloads. They get the rebound. Second shot opportunity. Blocked! Takes a step back. Pass to Robertson. Nice ball movement by Los Angeles. Back to Murray. Shot clock at 6. Here's Monroe. Top of the key. Missed it. Now 0 for 1 on this game. Hero on the wing. White on the wing. Defended by Murray. Pass to Hero. Outside Hunter. Late clock. Houston's got to hurry. Drains the triple. He's got 6.
Pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
Yeah, that just comes down to a lack of effort. The defender has to do a better job fighting through the screen.
Now here's Murray. No points so far. And Ewing gets it to go. The Rockets lead by 7. Richard, when you talk about Austin Reeves, this guy continues to defy expectations.
I still can't believe he was an undrafted free agent. Not only does he score, he shoots an impressive percentage while doing it. It's just an incredible story.
Here's Murray, coming off a 12-point game. Here's Monroe, and he takes that one up and powers it through.
Whoa, slamming it home on the taller defender. What swag.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight, and probably one of the least favored opponents to take on around the league, the Houston Rockets.
Yeah, they're so well coached. They're physical. They're aggressive defensively. They're monsters on that glass. They'll take something out of you.
And the Lakers with possession here. Following the score by Houston. Pure from three-point range.
The growth of Murray continues to impress me, especially watching him dish it like that right there.
And so it's White with it. He brings it up for the Rockets. 4-point game. And this matchup with Los Angeles, their first meeting of the season.
Last year, this team got the better of them in the season series, so they're looking to correct that. I love how they've attacked the boards here in the first quarter.
From the arc, and the Lakers hit again from deep.
His accuracy is on another level this quarter. Really high-quality shooting.
And some changes here for the Lakers. Barrett comes in for Robertson, and it's Kennard in for Murray. For Houston, they've gone 6 of 13 so far in this one. To the inside. Shot blocked! Down low. Perfect pass to set up the lay-in. Give him 8.
Getting enough shots in close to play inside out.
Lakers trail by 3. Outside Barrett. Pass to Kennard. Launches it. It's hauled in by Houston. Well, they put up a nice win against Chicago last time out.
And in that game, they owned the glass. Most of the second chance opportunities went to them.
And you could tell it was demoralizing for their opponent, missing out on all those extra possessions.
And here is Barrett. Again, the Lakers. 59 seconds left to play in the first. Here's Lynn, defended by Kennard. The 3 is up. Drops in the 3.
And his fantastic performance from the last game has carried over to tonight.
He's just riding the wave of momentum right now, getting to his spots and keeping things simple on the offensive side.
Plenty of daylight on that shot.
And even though they're down, it's not on him. He's been lights out on offense for them this quarter especially.
Here's Lynn. Still no points. And another basket for Houston.
And we talk about the importance of versatility. He's really got it all on the offensive end.
Just 2 seconds between the shot clock and the game clock. There's 14 seconds left in the first quarter here. Shot clock at 5. There's the 3. It's hauled in by Fall. The deep 3 from Hero. Oh, it would have counted had it fallen, but it is offline. And for those of you just tuning in, second quarter action is where we are. All right, guys, for the Rockets, what jumps out at you stat-wise?
Well, a big differentiator was their ability to generate offense by pounding the glass.
They're just out-hustling them on the boards, punishing them for refusing to box them out accordingly.
This is how the floor looks for the Rockets starting the second. They've got Max Strus, and it's Gugliotta in at the 4-man spot. Back to Johnson. Lets the 3 fly. It's rebounded by Los Angeles. This game coming after a loss versus the Raptors.
And they got to the line at a good clip, but couldn't cash in, and it ruined their chances.
Leaving point at the free throw line can take the edge off of a team. You're playing physical, you're playing hard, and it's just not paying off.
Here's Webb, following the 3-pointer by Los Angeles. There's a screen. And here's Strus outside. And Foyle pulls it down.
Good job by the D to stay with him and make that a tough 3.
Kennard passes to Foyle. Snatched away. And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Thank you, guys. Lakers coach J.J. Redick has brought an attention to detail to this team. Austin Reeves said, quote, set the foundation of doing stuff the right way, and if we do that, we can be a really good team. Redick said it's important to always emphasize the things that you want. That hopefully becomes part of your identity. PA?
Okay, Ali, thanks for the report. Both teams will make substitutions. Okay, it's time for the 2K leaderboard. The top teams in blocks during the last month of play. The Rockets, second.
These guys have been so impressive down low on the defensive end, denying shots left and right over the past month.
Barrett up top, over Hunter. Barrett can't hit. Houston leading by 4. Strus with it, still without a bucket. Sends it home from three-point land.
And this is how he shines. He's a big part of their floor spacing.
Yeah, you got to know where he is at all times, especially when he's roaming around the perimeter ready to fire.
Nails it from 3. 15 points in the game.
This is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
Barrett can't hit.
That's going up against a defense that knows your tendencies.
Well, Grant, the Lakers captured the 3 seed last season, but only the 8th best point differential in the West. What does that tell you?
It tells me that they overachieved in the regular season. But a team this star-studded has postseason aspirations as well. That's where they'll look to improve.
Here's Barrett after the basket by Houston. Right wing. Here's Robertson, covered by Strus. On the wing, Murray. Shoots over White. Murray, no good.
That is not a bad decision to pull it from there. It was just a little bit off with the execution.
Strus the pass to White. Knocks it loose. And it's the Lakers on the break. Pass to Murray. After missing his first attempt, now 1 for 2.
Nice ball movement there. That's how you break down the defense.
Here's Gugliotta. And a quick look here at some of the numbers for him. And the foul is called. He missed it, so he's got a couple of free throws coming his way. And a look at how the offensive approach has been going so far for the Rockets.
I've really been impressed with how aggressive they've been inside, looking to capitalize from the paint whenever they can.
Another thing they're doing well early on is moving the ball, playing selfless basketball, and getting everybody involved on the offensive end.
Hero, he's checked in for Strus. Out to the right wing, 6 to shoot. Robertson, pass to Ewing. And rejected.
Good job hitting the glass. They're +8 in rebounding.
White with it, checked by Murray. Gets the 3 to fall. He's got 21.
He's been dropping them in from downtown since the tip. 3 triples in the first quarter, 2 more since.
Over to the left wing, all alone. And off the left side of the rim, it swirls in for him. He's got 17.
He's bringing a lot of energy to this offense, not letting the scoreboard discourage him right now.
He's going to keep putting up shots regardless of the score. That's the kind of player he is.
No problems knocking that one down. And the Rockets lead by 10.
In today's NBA, you have to stretch the floor if you want to win. They have loads of confidence from three-point land right now.
Now here's Murray, out left to the wing. The Lakers got to get one up. Late clock. Nice fake there to create the shot, but it's no good. Pass to White. Here's Gugliotta. Over to the wing. Wide open. Another one falls for Houston.
And just totally relentless, only increasing the intensity level.
Always plays hard until the final whistle, no matter what the situation is.
And so now a timeout called by J.J. Redick. He might have seen something and needs to review with his guys.